administrator for 2 churches within Ipswich. Easter. It's a Christian holiday that celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Forgiveness is also an important theme of Easter, as it represents the idea of redemption and an opportunity to start fresh. Christians believe that through Jesus' sacrifice and resurrection, they are forgiven for their sins and can be reconciled with God. So, Easter, why bother? Apparently, Jesus' forgiveness gets rid of shame and guilt and being trapped in the past. How many times does someone tell you that they're sorry, only for you to just brush it off because you feel it's an empty apology, or they don't deserve your forgiveness, or you're just not ready to forgive? I'm definitely no expert on forgiveness, probably even a hypocrite. I definitely find it hard to forgive certain situations, and I certainly don't forgive myself easily. I can be constantly trapped in my past, living with what ifs and maybes, mum guilt and even wife guilt, constantly apologising for my mere existence. However, whether we are Christian or not, we can all agree that we're only human after all. We often find it difficult to forgive others and ourselves. We hurt. We play the scenario over and over again, and grief over past wrongs plunges us into sometimes dark places and thoughts, and guilt swallows us up. In any relationship, whether in family, with a parent, a partner or a friend, forgiveness will be necessary at some point. When we do not forgive, unforgiveness festers and causes us disunity. On a human level, this is an okay response, because it may take us more time to forgive, heal, and trust again. I personally don't believe that you can forget, but I think you can learn from it or use the situation to help you in the future, and to some extent understand yourself and why certain things in life may be a trigger for you. Unforgiveness is a bit like sitting on a swing in a playground. The more we think about the wrong done to us, we push ourselves higher and further away from things and where we're supposed to be. Emotions take over and the bitterness sets in. A famous quote I like is, holding on to anger, in this case unforgiveness, is like grasping onto a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at somebody, only you're the one who ends up getting burned. Forgiveness isn't always about letting someone off the hook. It's merely an act of freeing us from the guilt and the shame and transferring that hook to God to deal with. Christians believe that Jesus decided to take away these feelings for us. He could have said, no. Why should I suffer for all of the world's sin? Do people really deserve a second, third, fourth, the list goes on, chance? Many Christians understand intellectually what it means to be forgiven, that Jesus died for us and we can be forgiven. Whenever I find it difficult to forgive, I have to remind myself of this, that Jesus forgave me despite my mistakes and wrongdoings. I am certainly not perfect. We need to make allowances for each other's faults, forgive those who offend us, and love them just as Jesus loves us. Easter gives us the light and the hope to free us. He forgave us, so please try and forgive yourself more and others this Easter and beyond, and free yourself from that shame and guilt.